Got to admit, a little bit worried, story-wise, as to what is going to happen next. I mean, clearly we're going to chase after Jill, who's been captured. We're going to head to Ash. But it depends whether they stick to the established formula, if I can say that.
But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
That guy with the sword's
You're
back.
right. But it's a long story.
Which I'm now going to tell you without moving my lips.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you?
Nope.
Well, at least everyone's still breathing.
Well,
Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be sitting under a pile of rubble. I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place.
yes.
The more personal items, we go to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Surely search Mid's dungeon. The fact
It says here that once turned, an Akashic is
this room,
lost.
You look just like a princess. And you look like the princess's sister.
this room's new, right? This hasn't always been here. I must have walked past it a dozen times at minimum.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
Right. Inspect volumes. Wasn't expecting a random room. Is that the Encyclopedia Eorzea on top of there?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
Sorry, I'm just checking something. It's not the Encyclopedia Eorzea. It looks a lot like it, though. That would have been a nice little Easter egg. There is a little white mage Russian doll there. Inspect desk.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes.
It's pipes.
Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
It's pipes.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Olympic's gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just you wait!
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head, then mine for letting you.
Yes. Ah, the doll.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if
It is a little white mage, isn't it?
What's this tucked inside it?
What indeed? Midadol. I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm gonna have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck! This one's the best.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising.
See, I would...
Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be?
We've had no word.
Perhaps Otter might know.
Days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Perhaps he might. I would... I completely misread that the first time. I thought... No. Yes and no. I thought it was going to be that's very tropey, sentimental, Mid, you were my first great invention, you know, that kind of implication. But then he kind of spells out that that's very much not what he's trying to say or do. And actually, I think it was Mid's first invention, wasn't it? So I'm wrong on all counts.
Did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12, when she cobbled that thing together?
Of course.
It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything? I think Sid may have hidden something inside it. Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the Hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Right.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills...
On the subject of the orchestrion, I feel like I need to turn the music to something a little bit more chill than the battle music. Makes me think we're constantly going to be under attack. Oh, have the kids broken it?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing.
Oh, it's these two again.
We didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
No, don't. Well done.
See?
I like the fact that it's still using the music that we chose, though.
Out of the way.
Inspect the orchestrion.
Something caught on...
You can't possibly see that. And why is it making radio noises?
Break it. Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes.
Oh,
There. How about now?
You fixed it. Sid fixed it. He more than fixed it. Yeah, new music.
Huh. Never heard this one before. They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
is the music playing? I just had to mess with the speakers because I couldn't hear anything. A sasamaflange.
Don't look at me. I
What
can
the is a
say it's
samouflage?
important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much.
Oh, that was handy.
Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well. Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Is that Sid's theme? Quest complete. So I was so busy focused on that. Stuff about dreams coming true. Sid showed, etc., etc. I was paying attention.
Just the two I was looking for.
Oh, hey, Tyre.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes.
Oh.
The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes.
Okay, sassy.
He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers.
Yes, but he knows where we are.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Thanks, Otto. Much appreciated. Oh dear.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
You reckon there's any more treasure in the orchestrion? Only one way to find
No. No. Bad. Naughty children. So what did we... Did we just awaken anew? Awaken anew. Good bones. That's the one that's actually playing. There's a plus quest. Ah, it's Blacksmith Blues 3. Ooh, it's Blacksmith Blues 3. So we're gonna get... God damn it. We're gonna go...
Paul said it was an army of Akash.
Gonna go and try and help. Oh, is it August that's been standing in this corner waving his sword? I think I've only just put that together.
Clive.
Hello, August.
Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice.
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try
Quiet as a
I can't
curl?
for the life of me work
It
out
makes
what could have
zappy
gotten upset
noises.
like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Sure. I'll speak to him.
Speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
I have a moment
All right.
now. Has it
Meet you
happened?
by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
You're just going to go over there and wait for us. I'm interested in what the smithable reward will be, because they have been a good source of upgrades. And for most of them, we have required materials that I've already got. I'm assuming this is the third and final part of the chain, because, you know, rule of 3. Oh, there's another plus quest. I feel like I've spent a lot of time just looking at the camera. Disapprovingly. I only do it for comedy's sake. I love the puns. Puns and dad jokes.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
Probably.
That remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right?
Uh-huh.
Brought back some unhappy memories, that's all.
Gravelly
I've
voice.
forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to...
Clive the counsellor.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine.
Mm.
if it'll get you off my back.
Mm-hmm.
That ring you flashed was the work
Zoltan.
of Zoltan.
Zoltan.
Together.
What a name.
You've
Wasn't
never
it
mentioned
Zoltan?
before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came
Name
to
of the
blows.
machine in Big
Ring brought it all back.
with Tom
I
Hanks.
could tell it was one of his the moment I saw
I'm
it.
dating myself there. I
Fast
appreciate
it's
it.
improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it.
Ah.
The fact is, I couldn't make anything even.
Oh, is he
half that
going to make
detailed.
us
So what?
an accessory?
You're an armourer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armour keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work.
Well done, Blackthorn.
Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And
Yes.
I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
And just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you,
Very mediatory.
to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village.
Dravozd.
He won't have left.
Is that
He's the chief.
one of the villages in Demajen that
That rings a bell.
we
Not
couldn't
far from
get
Tabor,
to?
right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
They've been closed all game.
No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No,
Excuse me.
it isn't. Blackthorn.
Snotty.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right.
Wow.
Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Nah.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
So, a little bit of animosity there. Well, at least
Go on then.
we now know how to get into here.
Much obliged.
I assume this only opens if we do this side quest. Although, why you wouldn't? Nice little village. Lots of forges.
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil.
Well, that's clearly not happening.
Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I
Nice
can
metaphor
do.
there.
I appreciate it.
As long as you don't get Clive to
You'll be near the
act
forge
or
again.
lie,
It was
we'll
our
be alright.
master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Is Blackthorn really small? No, he's not. He just looks smaller in the
But if we
cutscene.
can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Oh, of course, all of their forges will be powered by fire crystals and stuff. And if there aren't any crystals anymore, or...
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important.
Just checking if there's any boxes around.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it!
Yeah.
Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
You look familiar.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
I can help you with the fire.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
I said Blackthorn's here.
He's travelled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
Mm-hmm.
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
Yeah.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off.
Just fire a fireball in there, Clive.
And if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is.
Nice.
He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Just flings a fireball back. No. Well.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up...
Yeah, so crystals are still working, but there's not going to be any more for...
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Not going to be any more soon. Well, you're going to have to figure out how to do forging without crystals, aren't you? This is what I was saying about societies built entirely on magic rather than any kind of technology.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
He did, actually.
As a personal favour to him, yes.
Fades black.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round.
What did you do?
After what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravoshed. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right.
Mm-hmm.
And the other kind,
the
who are in it
artists
for different
versus
reasons.
the
People like
monetarists?
Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. Bit by bit, people started taking sides. You
Two
would have thought
halves
Dravos in
of
half
the
had it
same
gone.
coin.
So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
We did.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravos prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
Yep.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with
little bit of
ways
insight.
doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive.
Yes.
Dravos won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shed Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
But...
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate.
we're all going to need to
Its
share.
creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison
A
of the
technological
crystal's blessing.
revolution.
Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way. Of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right then.
You asked for this.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
They do.
Time for a spot of hunting, man.
We've ran into a few. I've killed more than a few. I think it's odd that they chose the gallop functionality to be a held button. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go more like the kind of burst of stamina. Because it makes the chocobo very difficult to maneuver. Are these things still following us? Yes. Hey, Panther. Will you shut off?
Thanks, girl.
That was weird. Is this a salamander?
Let's
yes.
make this quick, shall we?
This is a salamander. Right, how do I play again? Ooh, level 35.
No holding back.
I pressed the wrong button then. That's how we do things. That's a bit loud. Hold on. Do 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 do. Probably could have used. I thought it was out of the cone of fire with that, but let's use this for getting our health back. That's what I wanted to be doing. Oh shit. Gotcha. Shing. Enemy slain. 200 XP. I've got a lot of AP. And I've just remembered
For a decent set of bellows.
that one of the things that I was going to do before I started recording was mess around with my AP. But I haven't done it. So I'll do it in a bit. In a lull. In a moment. When I have opportunity. Also, didn't I see a merchant? I did. I do have a sale that is otherwise unavailable, merchant.
Would you like to see my wares? Certainly. Here you are. Certainly. Here you are. Thank you. Here you are. Certainly. Thank you. Here you are.
Hold on. Did I just sell... No, I selected sell all valuables. So I just sold something blue. There's no buyback feature either. I hope that wasn't something that could also be used as a crafting material. What was it? Amber?
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Let me just Google that. FF16 amber valuable. Top result says that yeah, it's just a sellable, but it's something that drops from things, so not a crafting component. But it was a high quality sellable.
Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Assuming. Sometime later. Hey look, we've got coals and bellows.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravozd is saved.
What is, what's his face going to make of this?
Sorry about earlier.
Ah. On the Zoltan, that was his name.
I take back everything I said.
Hmm.
That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the
You're
construction.
going to have to talk to each other.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair.
True that.
I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard.
Hmm.
No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius.
They both misunderstood each other.
The man Dravozd.
And that is the human condition, isn't it?
He took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
But an olive branch of sorts.
Well, you know what they say? Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things
Didn't know
take
they
time,
said that, but now I do.
especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
Mm-hmm.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Yes. Pit coal cinder. Right, let us return. I was going to say to the Ironworks. No. To the Hideaway. I just want to see what we're going to get for this. A new blades. New accessories. You know, they've always been an upgrade. Because I do them as soon as you can get them.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome.
Hmm.
The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left.
Hmm.
Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Sooty black shards recently removed from the equally sooty black depths of the Dravoged mines. Scattering them over fire produces a hot crimson flame, for which effect the substance has long been highly prized by desert fortune tellers looking to strike the fear of the inferno into their superstitious clients.
Pick old cinder. How'd you come by this?
A gift.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
Yes.
I'm sure. You didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
And he can't do it just yet.
Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness.
Clive isn't wearing any mail.
Use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude.
Is
What
he?
was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
Oh, Blackthorn.
Blackthorn.
Yeah, Clive doesn't have any mail. He's got some silly oversized gauntlets.
Now, where was I?
And a bare chest.
About to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ah. Well.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it.
Unless there's a follow-up
Blackthorn's
quest.
happy.
And we
Or is he too
could
happy
get
as
a
he
Blackthorn's Blues...
That's
No,
good enough for me.
Blacksmith's Blues 4. I think that's probably the end of it. Can't remember what we need. Ouroboros. A belt to end all belts. Well, if it's an Ouroboros, it's not going to end, is it? It's just going to go round and round and round and round. But hey, new belts. Oh, Blackthorn. Can you make an Ouroboros for us?
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be?
We haven't got the stuff for it. Also, it's a legendary belt. We need a stone tongue. Having found this leather belt adorned with the ancient seal of the Devourer of Worlds, your search for the perfect waistwear is over. Or has it just begun? So Comet Feather came from the Chocobo, Orichalcum, and Stone Tongue. I suppose technically those could both be from... Yeah, technically those could both be from the level 45 and level 50 stuff that we've unlocked. Stone Tongue from that dragon? Perhaps?
Fine.
But yeah, we don't have the ability just yet to craft that.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
I do.
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
Oh?
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbols. I know, but hear me out. Morbols are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morbol vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flow.
So we need to go and kill them more.
The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Sure.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morbol.
That is correct. A single
ordinary.
Vine. As for the Morbol, I fear ordinary may not suffice.
Go to the hunt board.
As luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
Of course it was.
How timely.
Well, I shan't give you any
I like how Clive is somewhat self...
Now, where did I put my watering can?
Well, aware of the kind of meta nature of this. Come on, then. What is the... Is it going to be Cassie? Or some variant of Cassie? Oh, Nectar? Do you happen to know anything about a Morbol? I hear brother is in a fan of carrots, Cuppo. If every carrot of Rosario is anything like the one that just got posted on the board, I can see why. Carrots. Rank B. The Whispering Waters. Carrots? Water. I don't know why I'm writing this down, because we're going straight to it, but I'm wondering if this Bill's section will scroll down, or if this is the lots. Kind of feels like it might. But also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 20, so that could be all that is. Right, Whispering Waters is where? Ha. Yes, that place that I saw earlier. I might have cut that out of the episode. Although, to be fair, I don't think I've edited that footage together yet, so I'll try and remember to leave it in. Come on then, Morbol. Ooh. Carrot. Rank B. I probably should have put on some single target stuff.
It couldn't have been just any Morbol, could it? All right then.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's its... You can't quite see that from the back, actually. Oh, you can pull it down. Doesn't stay down for long, though. Worst breath. Okay. That was a chunk. That's a drain. Oh. I thought it was doing some... Ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Nice.
Get him! Titan!
Oh.
Soil and stone!
Right. Question. Okay. Can we block it? Yes. Okay, that didn't work. Interestingly. It can work. But, again, you've got to hit it early. Oh. That was a fairly straightforward one, but we fought a couple of Morbols before, and they've got a nice general kind of cadence to them. Morbol flour used in crafting. We haven't found a recipe to use that with.
Ugh. That was definitely anything but ordinary.
Blech.
Let's get this vine back to the yard.
We'll have that. I didn't use a single potion during that fight either. We barely took any damage, to be fair. I suppose the thing about Morbols is that they're fairly straightforward enemies. Plus, again, I didn't look at its level, so I've no idea how overpowered we are compared to it at this stage. I don't mind being overpowered. I know that one of the critiques being leveled against FF16 is that it is too easy. And I know this because I've seen video titles from, you know, people that I'm subscribed to while I'm desperately trying to scroll past anything FF16 related. You know, you can't necessarily help but look at, or at least see the video titles. And yeah, people are saying that it's too easy, and I kind of get that. You know, if you're used to playing Devil May Cry style games, then yeah, I imagine this is probably on the easier side. I'm no good at them, so I've struggled. Well,
Sid,
struggled.
Can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Shouldn't be looking at my satchel.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen.
Something in my satchel throbbing with vitality. Yes.
If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
Sometime later. We're working on dramatic time here. Jill is fine. To be fair, we've got to go through the Ironworks
Just
first,
as
haven't
I
we?
hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
I'm not going to go and kill more Morbols.
You've not only helped us, Sid. You've saved us.
Well done us.
Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before?
I do.
I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe?
And then we doubled it.
Potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this file as thanks for your assistance. The rest,
sure,
I shall give to Taya.
Nice little garden. So more potency for our 1550 invigorated Morganbeard extracts. Consumable potency maximized. Okay, I like that. It tells us very specifically. You've obtained a file of invigorated Morganbeard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while strength, stone skin, and lionheart tonics last even longer. Wonderful. I wonder if we will also have an opportunity to get a second upgrade for our carrying capacity. Because that would be quite nice. What did we need for the next upgrade?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
1635. No. Genji Gloves. That'll be a damage increase. Or an attack speed no, it'll be a damage increase because of the way the battle system works. Won't be an attack speed increase. Oh, mind you, we need to get to 2,000... Oh, there's more. Fallen Enigma. That's the last rank, though, by the look of it. There's no thing down at the bottom for more. Yeah, I think 1550 was maybe what we needed to unlock this next bit. Ring of Swift Shots. Charges up our...
Again, I may have more for you.
Magic faster? Allows us to fire magic faster. Oh, you. Hello.
She can't keep this up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are.
How did your operation go?
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused
He's
to stop
crystallizing.
even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days.
Somebody she knows?
Herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the Hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
There is a little bit of a sense that the time scale of the side quest is sometimes written in isolation. Yeah, this guy is not in a great shape.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I.
Dad,
we all
Uncle?
admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is it?
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
A herb.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
No.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness
Oh.
we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
As in, it'll kill him.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
So something to help
There's
him.
a species of venom-weeping spider that
Oh,
lives
good.
in the forests of
Spiders.
Northern
Wonderful.
near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
I feel they're doing, by virtue of the voice acting alone, quite a good job at expressing the somberness and hardships of a situation and decision like that. So we've got to go and find some spidders. I am not a lover of spidders. That's a dragon, Avis. Evis. It's pronounced Evis, isn't it? That is going to take some while to undo, because I've been calling them Avises for over a decade? No, just under a decade. Because, of course, Evises were in FF14. They may have been in other FF games as well.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Those are not the size of curls, Clive. We fought curls. But okay, to be fair, they are quite big, but... That didn't kill you. Oh. Okay. Something weird happened then. I guess I got too far out of range.
This one. Get him.
Oh. I'm going to use this just because... Come here. I was expecting to have killed them all by the end of that, but... There we go. That took a little bit longer than I was expecting it to. Never mind, though. Never mind. Spider Eye. Weeping Widows.
Hopefully one will be enough.
Well, he did only ask
Rodrigo will have
for one.
prepared the other ingredients by now.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Who is this guy? I assume we're going to find out who he is after we help him pass.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes
it sends them into a coma?
A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
Look at her. Clearly somebody she cares about. Otherwise she wouldn't want to spend every waking minute next to him.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
An uncomfortable.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war.
Knew it was got to be someone
I was
important.
still a
though.
child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is...
An art we would be lost without.
We owe him.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
The irony
The
that
kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
oh dear. I'm not going to harp on about the kind of things that I've said before about the nature of these side quests. You know, simple fetch quests as they may be, they have nevertheless proven a really good medium for telling short, bite-sized emotional stories. Depending on how you do them, you might see that some of them are somewhat similar, but for the most part, they are very well done. Let's just have a quick word with Tomes to fill out
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
the 1000 terms.
You've read this particular chapter before.
We're going to get up to the next.
I have quite the find for you today.
Oh, Harpocrates has Revelation Magitek. A term that appears in early histories of the fallen civilization and describes their highly advanced magical technology, of which the airship is the best known example. They also produced weapons all but indistinguishable from living beings, yet whose destructive power rivaled that of the gods of legend. The early chroniclers labelled these beasts the iconoclasts, and it is from this term that the icons of the present day take their monikers. I was wondering whether Magitek was going to make any kind of appearance in the story.
What song should we listen to?
Dungeon Time. The Ironworks. That's a cool looking ship. I assume we're going to get some funky cutscene with it. Is it going to be able to fly or something? This reminds me of the cutscene if you start off in Limsa Laminsa in FF14. Just the people walking about on the ships. How are those engines even attached? Oh yes, Joshua should totally be carrying stuff in his condition.
Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Iron Air Yard's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built.
So yeah.
And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
She's so chipper.
What do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
I know he's got a really sharp sword.
Only what the bards sing.
He's in league with
That he
Ultima.
sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne.
Oh, so he might have been a samurai. Or
And that his
the
sword,
equivalent.
Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation.
Looking forward to trying that one out.
But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Uh-oh.
Ned! Company!
Hey!
Hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! Bollocks! Man your stations!
Bollocks! Google? Do 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 do. Pom, 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 pom.
Everyone with me?
Is this going to be a fake out? No, it's not going to be a fake out, is it? This. Oh, definitely not a fake out. Many Akashic.
Here they come.
You could have barred the door in the time you were stood there. Huh, they're working together. Maybe they're just lining up for us.
Needs every moment we can give them. Behind me, Lord Rossfield. I'll take care of these fuckers. Behind you? I'll have you know earthbreaking here. One struck clear into the heart of every man in the cliffs.
Earthbreaker is the name of his axe.
How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast.
Oh God. Okay, we've got some friends here.
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers.
Yes, which would make you
Which of you lot fancies meeting
old.
Booger Killer next? I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Oh. Oh! Ow, ow, ow. Didn't see that coming. Ow! Oh, that's got a double hit. And I knew it's got a double hit, and I still did that. I'm stuck. Sit down. That's not what I meant to do. I'll take that. I've just realised how low my health is. It's a little bit loud for this time of the morning. That's a weird noise. 1000 XP. Oh, I didn't spend my... What's it? You okay, Byron? Gonna be more to it than that.
That was easy enough.
Don't say that.
Alright, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
How are you speaking to us, Mid?
You heard the captain.
Are we going to have sea battles? Gav?
Clive.
This fucker.
But I thought he was... confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Oh, good. Oh, dear. His 8-legged steed.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Apparently not.
Up for another round? Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll all the same. Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor!
It's more than 8 there.
Slow ahead!
Yeah, get out of here, because we're going to struggle.
My friends, 'tis not blood that runs through in these veins. These foes will not fall easily.
Oh, these guys are way easier than the...
Before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
One assumes there's going to be...
Are we meant to keep this up?
Yeah, loads of
As long
reinforcements.
as it takes. Unless you have a better idea. Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Gav? Whoa! Oh, that's Joshua's attack, isn't it? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I saw you coming. This is not the most exciting way of killing things.
Should we make for the ship? Not yet. Wait for my signal.
I thought I was going to just too close there. Oh. Busy.
Right, run for it.
Ooh. Gav. Gav. Oof. Are we going to get left behind? Jumpy? Ooh, we're back. We're back. Clive. Anime leap. That's not going to be far enough, is it? Oof. Barely. Enterprise escapes. I was expecting a longer dungeon. All the other dungeons have been long. And mind you, I suppose I shouldn't say that, should I?
Now, mate.
All right, engine full ahead.
Um. I like the fact that it's got sails as well. Just in case. Ooh, sparkly. The Naldia Narrow. The Einherjar. Ah, we're going to find out how Jill is. What kind of a state is she in? Probably in a lot of pain.
What do you want?
Oh, she's shackled as well. Crystal shackles.
That's quite a mess you've made.
I'm so snary.
And wholly unnecessary.
He's got real Alan Rickman from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves
You are my offering
vibes.
to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
There's something about his eyes that are really creepy. And I don't just mean the eyeliner that he's got on. The Free Cities of Canva. No, that's a ship. The Enterprise.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
Well, we've escaped. But
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine?
oh, we're letting the Bowen off.
Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted.
It's
You're
only money.
absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something.
Well, we are very much alike.
On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them.
Who's that?
Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
Is this the last time they're going to see each
For
other?
you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back.
He's so dramatic. Get to rowing. Cheerio.
Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Oh dear. Yes, I wonder if that's the last they're going to see each other.
We can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Onwards to Ash then, I guess, for the final section of the story. Twinside. Oh, is this Dion? Yeah.
Great God of mercy.
Oh, he's looking at what he did. The nation you destroyed. Albeit not meaning to. And the prince didn't mean to. But the primal rage.
What have I done?
Oh, it's the potion girl.
My lord.
I knew she was important somehow. Well, I mean, obviously she was important because she shows up on the person of interest thing. Ooh, we're not going... Ooh. Okay. Second dungeon. So that's why the first one was shorter. Because it was only about 15, 20 minutes. If that.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow.
Mm-hmm.
Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours.
Huh.
Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye. Do you feel that, Jill?
All hands!
Uh-oh.
Battle stations!
What is he gonna...
Let's see what this girl can do.
Oh, is this where we're gonna have to face off against Shiva? Is Barnabas gonna force her to pry him, and we're gonna have to...
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
I like his armor design. The armor designs in the game have been really nicely done. They're very...
fascinating.
Fitting. This is his semi-primed form, I guess.
There is naught my blade cannot sever.
Including the ocean.
Great Grigor's gas!
Can't say that!
Barnabas.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brute!
I wonder how many times he can do that. I suppose he can do it as much as he wants, can't he? Good job we got the engines. Yeah, you couldn't do that with a sailing ship. Yes, we need to stop him. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got a horse, hasn't he? Is he going to just chop the Enterprise in two? Guess we're going to fight on the decks.
It's now or never. I'll find her.
Come on, Torgal. Best boy. Odin's right behind you. Oh, shit. Yeah, Gav, you can't.
Bloody hell!
I love the fact that it's just got proper, you know, a normal ship's wheel as well. Okay, so we've been dropped off through the Maelstrom.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Cut it down!
I keep thinking that I need to... I'm sure I've said this before, actually. I keep thinking I need to... to ignition things into a wall. That's not how it works, I don't think. Right. I was going to say, there's going to be a spellcaster here. Up in the air with you. Ah. Get rid of you. There's a shiny over there. Hello.
Too slow.
That was less useful than one would have liked. That's lightning. That's fire. That's a punch. Oh, damn it. Excuse me? Excuse me? You keep doing that same combo, mates. Oh, that was pure luck. Ow. Whatever. I was aiming for a slightly more dramatic finish than that, but whatever. Let's pick up this whilst we are here. Randomly, 2 sharp fangs. Anything at the other end hidden? No. I guess we're going below decks. Can't see.
Fight at last. You're all going to die.
Meteorites. This isn't below decks. This is above decks. Oh, are we gonna have to fight Jill here? I don't like where this is going. It's just about that time in the story as well. Well, at least he's holding his own, which is impressive enough.
No! There he is! The king wants him alive! Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
No. You guys. Yeah. No curing for you guys. Nice. Oh, that's a big guy. Oh, shit. Sit down. Ow. There's a... You. Gunfair. I mean, I screwed up the attack, but... Oh, okay. Ah, that's what I was hoping was going to happen. Oh, God. Was any of these a spellcaster? I couldn't tell. It might have been. Oh, I've done that again. That doesn't help. Oh, he died anyway. This is very dramatic, isn't it? There's a good sense of urgency, mostly helped by the music. Music is a very powerful tool for this kind of job. Also, I like the fact that the ship actually is bobbing up and down. Can we climb up? No. Google? Any idea where Jill is? That's where we came up. Oh no, was that where we came up? No, this is the way back down. It's dark down here. We've got a ladder. The breath of earth. No, Toggle. Oh. Guess these are the guards. Level up. Level 41.
Jill.
You came.
Of course we came.
Get back.
Oh.
Clive, how did you?
I'll explain later. Hands.
Those damn shackles.
Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Oh. There was a door. There was a door that I didn't explore.
Phoenix.
Uh-oh.
Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
Uh-oh. That's a cool effect. Oh, here we go. He's gone full. It's not actually what I wanted a picture of, but, you know, I'll take it. Oh dear.
In earnest then.
Yeah, that's... Jeez. That's a cool water effect. Oh, dear Lord. He's cut through the ocean. Is Shiva going to have to freeze it? Or is it going to... No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I guess... it just stays there? I guess we're not going to get to explore that one room. Oh, okay. No. Well, that's a thing. Cool. How long until this comes crashing down?
Can you go on?
I think so.
She's knackered because she's had those stupid crystal... Uh-oh. This is going to come crashing down on them, isn't it?
To where?
Oh dear. This,
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation.
Yeah?
And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black.
Painted black?
And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Autumn? There's a word.
To remove the cause of this misery.
Yeah. How are we going to do that, Clive?
If we destroy the last of the mother crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple?
A little bit more revelation.
The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march.
Why is it inevitable?
Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is.
Is it just through the very presence of ether in the world?
You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Yeah.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve?
Well, it's what we've got, isn't it? So...
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However,
Jill's already in terrible shape here, so something tells me...
You can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
I like the fact that she stumbled off. The Abyss?
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
Okay. That's a thing.
This one. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much.
Have we?
Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Rise with us. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the light.
Yes.
A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it.
Ah, darn.
If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods.
And that's easy enough to avoid. That's not. Well, no, it probably is.
I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means.
Oh, dear Lord. Ow. Tell you what, let's use this.
This one, I shall cut you free. Cast off your chains.
Why is his...
Raise your guard.
Oh, I guess we're just getting rid of his purple bar?
You will assume the mantle you've been given.
I don't know whether there was anything I could do about that. Because he was still moving around all the at the same time. Is Jill going to step in now?
So soon.
Never.
Or are we going to...
Clive!
Do you not see?
I think that was an unwinnable fight, wasn't it?
Dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses.
Tools of
his
Ultima.
name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his,
And we shall
and
turn
yet
it against
every
him.
time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few.
But we?
Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer
Yes,
for its
we've got
avarice.
no...
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end.
To create the
We
perfect...
were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
We are the chosen one.
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this,
Feed on what?
you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still,
penetrate.
You may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has
And this
taken
is the
pity on his
primogenesis.
flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos.
Turn
back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Is this just what
And abandon
Ultima
everything we hold
has
dear.
persuaded him?
We
or...
don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Uh-oh.
Clive!
That water gonna come? Ooh!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended.
This is pre-rendered, isn't it?
All the same.
This is pre-rendered.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
Jill. Yeah, this is pre-rendered. This is gonna wreck her.
Don't look back.
We're literally gonna run to the continents. Clive bested? That doesn't feel very heroic. The Will of Light Impulse. Residual light ether. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Jill's going to collapse on the beach. She's going to give us a sliver of her power now so that we can go on without her. Because
The others are safe.
she's in no state for...
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill.
And
they will have seen the ice where it led.
Careful placement of rocks.
We only wait till dawn.
I think I can think of something you two could do while you're waiting for dawn. Just saying.
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master.
But my heart belongs to you,
You
Jill.
won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe. But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man.
She knows you better than you know yourself.
And each time I summon the flames from within,
You a twit, Clive Osfield.
I burn away the things that make me who I am.
So why are you still fighting?
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or...
The fact that they are both naked for this is symbolic as well as practical.
And you've chosen to use it,
Yeah, naked thoughts.
haven't you?
Laying themselves bare.
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Yeah, always so concerned about everybody else.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love.
Yes.
It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
This is where...
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now.
Oop, frame dip there.
Part of me.
Lovely lighting though. he going to get a glimpse of something to do with her? Because hasn't he had a little bit of memory for each of the others that he's absorbed? Or is it going to show him how she sees him? At least she's not dead. And I still don't think Clive's going to survive. But
if I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will
kiss the girl, Clive.
Until my last breath.
Clive.
Gav's not here.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other.
Some progress. He's so courtly.
They look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
Foreshadowing.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
Yes. Finally. I've spoken before about the slow burn Romance Nation, how I wasn't sure whether they were going to get the opportunity to play it out. Just to pause on that moment, I mentioned... This is an educational point with Demajen here. I mentioned that Clive was so courtly, and in the moment it would be difficult to say what I mean by that. The nature of romance for somebody like Clive, who was born a marquis, for somebody who was born into nobility and therefore had a, generally speaking, a set path ahead of him. Courtly romance and the rules surrounding that are something that you learn about a bit if you study, for example, Romeo and Juliet, or As You Like It, or Twelfth Night, or any of Shakespeare's kind of romantic dramas. There are, of course, other texts, but we don't tend to teach those in schools. But the nature of romance and what was proper. You know, if you studied Romeo and Juliet, you'll know that when Romeo and Juliet first meet, there is, and I'm not talking the film version here. Yeah, we're talking the proper text version. There is a lot of emphasis on hands and hand holding and gift giving and the properness of when it is acceptable and why it is acceptable to have physical contact with somebody who you are courting. We still use the term courting, albeit not as often these days because the nature of romance has kind of changed, realistically. But Clive, as a noble, very clearly had that somewhat distant affection for Jill, which, whilst Jill is essentially a princess, she didn't have that kind of requirement because she wasn't the princess of the place where she was growing up, whereas Clive, as the man, very much had that sense of, oh no, you know, things must be done properly. And once again, it is only in that moment of utter vulnerability that they were finally able to just commit to their cause and essentially to each other. And of course, with that in mind, the tragic thing is that Clive's not likely to survive this. I feel reasonably certain now that Jill will. Having seen how she's... That was my concern, how he was going to get her power. This was the way that I was hoping it was going to go, and it has, but it wasn't the way I was expecting it to go. I have to admit, I thought they were going to... As soon as Odin showed up and kidnapped her, I assumed they were going to mortally wound her, and that Clive would have to go on alone. That was kind of one of the expectations. This was the lesser of the two in terms of story developments. But now Clive has her power. I'm assuming Shiva's power will be fairly pokey. We've got one icon left. We're still going to have to defeat Odin. And then we're going to have to take on Ultima and stop this Primogenesis thing. Very interested to see Shadow Coast. Because we've still got all of Ash, I'm assuming, to explore. Let's carry on, because I've waxed lyrical enough. I like talking about this kind of stuff because I find it fascinating how people used to woo each other. You know, it's a type of storytelling that really makes sense for the kind of drama that they are presenting to us here. In my opinion. I'm sure for many, this is nothing special or nothing interesting. Some people might even say it's boring or badly written. That's very subjective. Yes. Also, yes. That might be my new desktop wallpaper for a little while. No, I'm just kidding. But Torgal, if you were feeling left out, you can have a photo too.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
Oh, we have to.
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not.
Uh-huh.
Besides, there is something we must do first.
What's that?
Of course.
Oh. That's what I was expecting, but I assume... Ow!
The last Mother Crystal.
Don't hurt your back, folks. Of all the dramatic moments for that to happen. Jesus. Which has made my eyes water more. The emotions or the pain. Let's see if I can get to the next quest. And I'm going to have to go and find some painkillers.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her.
They can't. Well, I suppose they can. They've got...
But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
But are we going to be able to come back here? So we've landed in the Blightlands at the southern tip of Ash. The Promise. Trophy earned. Become one. Oh, works on so many levels. Oh, not the southern tip. The western tip. But we have the whole of Ash to explore. So I'm going to say that we're probably a third of the way through Act 3 at that. Straight into a cutscene with Otto.
Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale.
No, this was...
There's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise.
Oh,
After
I was
our
just...
brush with the Einherja, she was
had a
in
moment
need
of panic
repair.
then.
And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar.
Do we get to go to
We'll join
Randalar?
him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's
Maybe
wise?
we do.
Last I heard, place was still overrun with a cache.
Sounds like a dungeon.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we?
Yep.
We've done our best.
But we're still going to have plenty of time to do a load of side quests and hunts,
Plans
probably.
to stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
That's
Another round of side quests. Across the Narrow. The power of ice. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Allows him to access several new iconic abilities such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. Shiva's iconic feat Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy. So we can replace, finally, Phoenix Shift.
I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
We've also got... Is this going to be another Blacksmith Blues? It is. There's 4. Well played game. Oh. And that's our potion capacity upgrade. Let's go and quickly see. I assume we're going to get a new sword based on the ice shard that we've got. Yoto just said come back. Oh, I assume she's talking about... No, still nothing there. I'm starting to wonder whether this is something that we won't see until New Game Plus.
Trouble with your gear, or...
Can you make anything with this ice shard? Ice brand. A minor upgrade.
No scratches, all right?
But
Anything else?
one we shall use. We'd also got some missives, which include a quest. What do we have? A healer's place. Tyre. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Contrary to what the madding crowd believes, we physicers are not without our limits. I cannot hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some behemoth for its toenails. Captain Doris. Not just yet. Not just yet. Let us set up Shiva. What does Shiva have? Just to wrap out this episode. So we've got Ice Age, a river of icicles that greatly knocks back any enemies it strikes. Hold button to increase potency. Cold Snap, which is our movement ability. Mesmerize, which launches multiple shards of ice that upon striking light enemies draw them towards Clive. That's quite useful. We have Rhyme. Summon a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. And we have got Diamond Dust, which does a lot of will damage. Ooh, right. Well, we'll learn that. We'll learn that. We'll upgrade these because I've upgraded everything. Well, I haven't upgraded those, but I've upgraded everything else. Now I need to decide how I'm going to set things up. Because realistically, whilst we don't have the ability to use melee and shots while shifting, I very rarely use that anyway. Now, Ignition, I would need to master if I wanted to use it here. But we've got a knockback, which does a good chunk of damage, which would replace... See, Ignition... Ignition's mostly damage as well, isn't it? But it's got lots of hits. That sounds like good AoE, but I think... I mean, I guess we should just try them. I've got an accessory as well. Yeah. It's interesting that Giga Flare costs so much to just learn. I'm going to master Ignition on the off chance that we might want to use it. Hold on. Cold Snap increases permafrost. Oh, it's got a follow-up attack. Enemies struck with frostbite will become temporarily frozen. Precisely dodging an enemy attack with Cold Snap freezes all enemies within a radius. Okay. So I guess the developer's intention is that most people will probably replace the Phoenix with Shiva. Would be my guess based on that. Right, I'm going to save the game. Next time, we will go and do some sidey bits and pieces. We've got to go and help Blackthorn. We've got to go and help whoever it was that gave us that. Was it Helena? It was probably Helena, wasn't it? Also, we've got... Oh, those are probably... Have we got new quests in the world? Oh, we do. Rekindling the Flame 2. Okay. Lines in the Sand. Duty Undying. Looks like a lot of shops have been restocked. Trading Places 2. Oh, that's the same map as that, isn't it? Under new management. So we've got loads of stuff to do. And that is before we even get across to Ash, which I'm assuming is going to essentially be our end game. Because it's not that big a place. Hopefully, you will join me for that. Time to go and find some painkillers. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day. Stay fabulous. I'm so glad that worked out as it did. Cheerio.